Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 376. We get the Nasdaq up 185. S&Ps are up 42. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Teddy Kekstadt from Forex Trading Unlocked, and that's forex-trading-unlocked.com. And in the currency markets, folks, we got action everywhere here. What's going on, brother?
Happy Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween. Yeah, happy Halloween, man. So, you know, you get the dollar basically got over its high. You get the euro that's pushing its low. You get the pound, man. It's going to be interesting. It looks like it just rejected the lower price. What are we thinking here?
Well, the dollar is definitely in a very big, strong rally mode right now against all the majors, except for the pound, like you just mentioned. That's the only currency right now that's bouncing today. And we have month end. So today is signal day after the close of all the markets. We'll see how this ends up. I mean, right now, obviously, the dollar is strong versus all the majors, and probably will continue to be, I think, for definitely into the next week or so. But the pound's going to be, I think, the precursor to see as the dollar kind of gets maybe a retracement move.
Yeah. So it seems that, the bounce in the pound, are people like looking, saying, okay, we're going to have something like positive inside this Brexit, or is it just a technical level that it decided to reject?
Actually, you know what? I think it's a sign that they're actually coming to the closure of things, because they had the UK Brexit Secretary, I believe his name is Rob, who Rab or something like that. I can't pronounce it properly. But he's pretty much said that we only need to wrap up a certain, basically small list of things that they're rapidly moving on. They're not going to be dragging the conversation, if you will.
Yes.
So I think that's why you have the bounce in the pound, and that's going against the dollar trade today. So, and if that really is holding and they really move on this over the next week or so, then like I said, today's month end. We'll see how tomorrow, if the pound gets back above the $1.28 level, then this probably means that they are wrapping things up, and they'll be pretty much saying, clapping their hands, being like, we're done, let's move on now.
That'd be pretty intense, man. You know, I guess, you know, fundamentally, when you look at a lot of these financial companies, you know, they moved a lot of people out of London, you know, the city of London, and you can see these other countries saying, oh, I hope they're not going to move them back, right? Depending on what the deal is, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Wild. So, what are we thinking with the euro and the yen?
The euro and the yen, I think right now that the dollar is going to keep pressing this move down. I think that the euro is going to continue to drop, and I think that the U.S. dollar against the yen is going to rally too. Especially right now, we have the stock market with a nice little strong bounce that's going on. Is it a corrective phase or the beginning of a rally? That I'm not going to even take a guess on. But in the short run, while interest rates are slamming their lows, then there's no reason for the euro to bounce, or for the Japanese yen either. Especially with the Nikkei getting a nice little kickback too, because since the Nasdaq's up, and it's pretty much running in tandem with the Nasdaq. So as long as the Nasdaq rides this rally with the S&Ps, I think the Nikkei is going to be lifted. You know, high tides lift all boats.
Yes.
You know, so to speak.
Yeah, no, I can see that. You know what is intriguing is that the yen had quite a turnaround yesterday, man. It was yesterday or the day before. I mean, that thing was heading south, and meaning getting stronger, and then bang, it just turned around and decided to get weaker like ASAP. And it's not like our dollar really went that much higher. I mean, it took out the August 15th high. I understand that. But when I look at that, that's not a real conviction move, man. I think it's got to get away from this area, you know?
But it's floating around the 113 area, and that's been a major pivot for months now, you know? So, and if they can stay above 113, well, then they're probably going to keep pushing this back up to like the 114.5, 115 area. But we have a close today, how that's going to be very reflective how the monthly close is. If we set it above 113, that's probably going to mean that we're going to have this rally pushed a little bit for another week or so. I mean, you have gold retracing, interest rates still pushed. Remember, we talked about the carry trade last week.
Yes.
That is really in play right now with interest rates pushing their lows. You have the Swiss and the dollar now above, the dollar's above parity, holding that level above parity. So I think, like I said, with the pound, if that is the precursor signal, we'll see how it closes, and if it rallies and closes above 128, we might see a correction in the dollar, and these currencies get a little breath, you know, to the other side.
Okay.
But if not, I think this rally goes for another week or so, especially if oil continues to break.
Yeah. Well, we just got the oil numbers. Actually, you know, and oil's breaking down pretty good, but oil's up about 60 cents right now. It did bottom line. Let's see live what we have here. The so those API numbers just come out, EIA numbers, and we get some nice volatility in them. Just well, it's 60 cents, but you know. I can see oil, Teddy, at that 63 level too. I mean, it's kind of sticking out like a sore thumb. Even you get a bounce here today, but that 63, the bottom of that, it seems like a lot of these, whether it's the currencies or the commodities, they're going to the bottom of the top of these ranges, which is pretty cool, you know.
Right. It's great for month end. I mean, this is going to be we just started the fourth quarter. We're coming to month end with all the markets really hitting trend levels. They're pushing their trends. So this is going to be interesting as the money shifts for quarter end for the funds and things like that. I mean, you know how there's the rollover or just the money alone.
Sure. So in the currency market, this month end is really important. Is that what I'm hearing off you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think so, for sure. Absolutely. Especially, like I said, you have these currencies that are pushing the edges of these trends for the month and also multi-month trends. So it's a very big price level, like especially the yen above 113, the pound, and they're not going to, I don't see them getting a rally up to above 128 today, but if they settle positive and then follow through tomorrow with a positive close above that, you're going to see this, like I said, the little short-term turn against the dollar for a little retracement, for a little breather.
Yes.
Or if it doesn't, if these fail and these levels get pressed, keep on riding the trend. The bull or the bear, the dollar bull will remain. It's still there.
No, I can see it. And so the trends in currency markets too last quite a long period of time, don't they?
They do. Yeah. They do. And right now, like we said, with the carry trade, if the bonds, especially I was looking at them today, the 10-year and the 30-year, how they settle today is a big deal too, because the slope is so steep to the downside. If they don't get definitely a nice like handle and a half correction in the bonds or something like that to neutralize the current break, this is going to get pounded for another like 6 to 8 handles over the next month and a half. We could see the bonds down at the 128 handle by Christmas time.
Yeah, no, I can see the aspect. You know, I was in the updates today. I'm bullish bonds right now, but I think today's a big day because what has happened is they came off the lows. They had price spread. They had volume behind the move. And they've pulled back with light volume. And if that's what happens to me, if they still would stay light volume today, it's like, okay, man, this is deviant, but I agree. It's a big day, and we'll see where it shakes out. Thus far, there's not a conviction in this move, you know, to me anyway.
Sure. And what you said about the volume too, I agree with you. How this month end closes. Maybe this month end is where we do get the short-term retracement set up for the next 2 weeks, where the dollar gets a little bit of a reversal and the interest rates get a little relief, you know, because the stock market's got a good rally. If it still keeps on falling, you know, maybe we're at a pivot point for the end of the month.
Gotta love it. Listen, folks, it's forex-trading-unlock.com. Check it out. Teddy, you have a great one, safe one. Look forward to speaking to you next week.
You too, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I will come right back.